If you enjoyed watching the first half video as much as I enjoyed writing it, you should definitely consider checking out my Patreon, linked in the description for way more just like it. These two shots just reminding me of something I didn't mention in the first half, and that's how nicely detailed both the external and internal set designs are done. Cannot disagree with that. They really don't seem to rely on CGI much at all, and I love that. The surprisingly good animation on her trying to spin her shirt back into the right direction. Poor lad, constantly affected by that around her. There's that really beautiful music at play once again. That is such a sweet thing I wouldn't have even thought about, and it basically captivated her, enough to make her slow down for an up-close look at it. How they were both so in their own world that they ran off the course. She's so bloody adorable. And even better, finding out that she slowed down just to run along with him, bless her. I said it many times in the first half, and I'm here saying it again. I friggin' love this anime. For context, she's accidentally wearing his top. He's trying to let her know. That, quite frankly, amazing interpretation of what he might be doing up there. I know we knew that she liked him, but seeing this and having it outright confirmed is pretty awesome. The trials my boy here is having to face, bless him. It's perfect, really. Right as I think they're about to do a cliche she falls onto him moment, instead it's this. Not walking on the spot. Her character clearly being a lot deeper than I want to be famous or whatever. She's clearly got other things on her mind. It's also worth another win for her as a character that she's never talked about it really at school or to him. I really felt for him on this one, to be honest. The way he says this, like he's offended, because he wasn't actually looking at her, he was trying to see the board past her. His attempts to look at the board. Won't show too much, but Hara moved closer to him so he could copy her notes, given that he can't see the board. She got jealous, and seemed actually annoyed after this. Like, I love the story and characters and what is building between them so much, it made me feel a bit awkward. These reactions are amazing, man. She is gonna take this as the most lovely compliment, especially her probing him over Hara, and yet he literally means the board. The realism behind this not turning into a 3-episode long arc where they argue and don't speak to one another. Yeah, but that's what I really like about her. She's not just unleashing her life on people who might not care. She waits to be asked about it instead. I tell ya, some of the dialogue in this is absolutely brilliant, like this comment.
もうちょっと冷ために。
マジキモい。
うん、いいぞ。
He's clearly enjoying the moment. And maybe the statement?
一緒にいられるのだろうか。
かわいい。
もう言えない。
What an honestly really well put together and lovely moment.
なのに。なんでちょっと安心してるんだ。
It's like there's so many real emotions in this story. He doesn't want the world to have her, as it were. Partly that is jealousy, yes, but it feels more wholesome than that to me.
僕はクズだ。きっと山田は今傷ついてるのに。
At the same time as having those feelings, though, he also feels bad for having them, because it means she might be upset from not having had any lines in the show.
でも私は市川に勉強を教えてもらったことはないからね。そっちの方がずるいからね。
That look of pure jealousy on her face, given that she's been tutored by him.
山田が言ってた。最近結構話すよね、市川くんのこと。
I think if I had to put a number on it, I spend around 35% of the entire episodes just straight up smiling. Like, this made me smile that she's talking a lot about him to her friends. It's sweet.
クレープのクリームでそれ取ろうとしてたんだよ。顔中クリームだらけよ。
And this is where, during the first half video, I would often call her a lovable weirdo for doing stuff like this.
違うやつは親からして違うな。
かわいい。
足、猫背。足。
But also, this entire damn exchange gets such an easy win for what I'm guessing is his mother on the left doing what she's told randomly as well.
と少しなのに、京ちゃん遅いわね。
Her reaction when she knew it was his mother.
京都君とは結構喋ります。
Oh my god, she's getting so flustered by this and adorable, and my cheeks hurt from smiling.
あんたわかる？
山田。
あら。
Of course, in my head, I'm thinking she's gonna overhear him saying something, maybe to put his mother off the scent of being nosy or whatever, and instead, he admits she's pretty, and that is overheard.
雨、隠せ。
Someone gonna send help, my cheek muscles are really hurting now, it's too much, man. What a nice added touch that as soon as he's stopped and there's a bit of distance, she rushes over to cover him with it too.
これから仕事って言ってたよな。
When he knows that she accidentally left this in his basket and how important it'll be to her, he rushes off to get it to her like the legend he is.
大丈夫。明日でよかったのに。
いや、でも。
Her doing this for him, it's too much, man.
市川。
Such a weirdly well done, wacky, dreamy, having a laugh. She's a giant and then she's tiny and he's a giant. Partly that sound he made when he looked at it, but mainly the fact that she's there at his home.
お茶でも飲んで言ったら。
In this story, it is often her taking the leaps and bounds to get close to him, so it meant a lot to me personally that here he took charge and asked her.
市川、
大丈夫、大丈夫。
Seriously, how much better is it that she checked the kettle confused, called him, then finally found him like this?
ずいぶんリアルな夢だ。
Just for context, he's really not well, and so us getting a scene like this is, for me anyway, so much better than how it normally happens in anime. That actually got a tear out of me, how she just hugged him as that wonderful music plays. Also have another one. How many stories have we seen where he'd have gotten a smack as she screams? This is infinitely more realistic for me.
昨日よりだいぶ熱も下がってきたし、明日には学校に行けるんじゃないかな。
そうですか。
That she visited his home again in order to check on him.
おはよ
Is it just me, or does anyone else find the way this story is done outstanding? I've made it a 10 out of 10 on my anime list, I have. It's like here, how she comes out, ducks away, and then pops back out. I love it!
やっぱ体調悪かったのか。おとといイチゴババロは食べずに持って帰ったし。
Knowing how she brought him her one home from school.
市川 LINE やってる？
She's making the big jump!
うちのクラスって LINE グループないんだよね。2組はあるらしいけど。
Ah, bless her eternal cotton socks, she's trying so hard to let him know that she wants to add him to her damn phone.
コードでいい？
Oh no, she looks so upset!
おー、来た来た。お、アイコンリゼロのレムじゃん。
Bringing both Rem and ReZero into this anime like it's no big deal.
なんだその人殺しの目は。
Hear this.
敵流れ。
He finally gets it.
ごめん、なんでもない。
いや、落ち着け。
Luckily, after his outburst, once he understands what she was doing from the previous win, she does this, and for me, weirdly enough, feels like a weight got lifted off my chest.
おい市川ねえちゃんとやってる？
やってる。
Him preparing for when he's asked the question, do you use line?
たまに可愛くて不器用で。
そんなやついるわけないだろ。そもそも俺は小林さんが来てくれればいいかなって思ってたし。
Just wanted to highlight two bits of voice acting that weren't quite enough to get a win on their own, but together, they make it there.
人の悪口言う子じゃないでしょ。
もういい。私は知らないから。
I feel bad for her. She doesn't want to badmouth anyone, but also she knows what he's doing and that he grabbed her wrist before.
本格的にナンパイの殺し方を考えなくては。
I swear to God, there's something about this girl that when she cries, it damn near breaks my heart. I'm not even kidding around either.
どうしたの？
Oh, the way she stops crying and smiles when she sees him.
本当にいないです。
お。
いないから。
ほう。
Her making that fact really, really clear for him.
あのさ
ナンパイまずい。
ごめん。いい子。
You best believe this unlocked the video Max wins. To say I was extremely fond of that would be a vast understatement, really. Very serene, soulful, kind, and it had a positive side effect too.
クソデカアホ女。
This was after calling her by her name and numerous nice nicknames. The only way she knew to get a reaction.
いや、行くの嫁と。
まったくしょうがないな。
A very sweet moment between these two friends that have now made up. She understood finally she was being used, and she wanted her friend to trust her.
されたのか山田に。そうか。そうだったんだ。
Even though I hate these moments because I want the best for them, I also appreciate them oddly enough because you don't get over insecurity so quickly. They don't change overnight.
昨日も一昨日ももうどうでもいい。
He's talking about this having not been to the library and it's making me sad, man. I'm not smiling anymore. Even how that was done was bloody magical. Get out of here! Something about this voice actress, man. Straight to my heart every time. And she kept the tissues he laid out for her all that time ago. Take Max wins for that.
山田がそんなやつじゃないって。嫌いになる理由が 欲しかっただけなんだ。
Another thing to love about this mangaka and the story and the characters written is she didn't actually say anything. He pieced it together in his head and understood he was wrong and knew he was too.
本当は欲しくてたまらないのに、どうせ手に入らないから。
Likening what's happening right now to what happened back then in regards to the Switch he wanted, but made out like it was stupid and he had no interest because he knew it'd be hard to get.
本当怒ってない。
ああ。お
No, you're crying! All jokes aside, what a stupidly beautifully done moment. Only making my love for this series reach even higher.
嫌だなんて言ってない。
Good on you, son. Get your feelings out there.
納豆苦手で。
もうちょっと早く言って。すごい熱弁しちゃったじゃん。
だから熱弁してたから言いづらくて。
Even this is a good one, because it means he's actually speaking more about himself, rather than letting her do all the talking because he's nervous or whatever. Just seeing them together like this made me turn right back to smiling once again. But also it's for going without an ED this episode to give us this longer ending.
じゃバイバイ。
ああ。っていやいやいやいや。
バレた。
What a genuinely amazing moment, as she, in the cutest way possible, and completely randomly mind you, tries to take off with his bike. She is such a character.
いや、明日から冬休みだろ。
そっか。じゃあどっかで待ち合わせして渡すよ。
Her being clever here as a way by which to ensure she gets to see him outside of school.
LINE 教えて。
This moment finally happened and I'm beaming, boys! Stupid story keeps making me well up, man. Like I said a lot in the first half, haven't felt like this about an anime in a very long time, really.
おやすみ。
And one more for how adorable it was that they were speaking so late at night as well.
2時だったよな。本当に山田か？山田だわ。
This funny start to the episode, but even better, is how both were so excited they got there more than 30 minutes early.
漫画。
そうだ。
お？
行きたいところあるんだけど、行く？
まあいいけど。
Two quick ones here. Firstly, it's her taking charge to get out of this what she wants by inviting him to do something. Glad that happened, of course. But secondly, it was the subtle thing of her wanting to look her best for him, so she quickly finishes eating and then applies makeup to her lips.
これではぐれないね。
A very adorable way of ensuring they walk side by side here. Clever symbolism there, especially by using the blurring effect there.
階段やエスカレーターでは男が下になると素敵らしいと聞いたことが。
Had to cut a bit, but she stopped him from going in front of her, likely because she wanted their eyeline to match up would be my guess. Maybe for him not to feel short? It's sweet regardless.
ホット。
ホットでどっち？
ブレンド。
ブレンドで。
She's so painfully adorable doing the ordering for him. The attention to detail of the phone screen blacking out when his hand blocks the camera.
市川に全部あげる。
His face when he understood that she wasn't asking him to take pictures or videos for her social media, but instead to share between them.
実物も見て。
They do these moments ridiculously well. It makes the scene truly transcend to become something else for me.
かわいい。
色合いが落ち着いてる。
じゃーん。おーい。
想像するな。
They're both equally great in these roles, and anything else I see them doing, I'll be watching out for them after this.
ほね。
パラッパパラッパー。
The cutest way to ever do something like that! For me personally, the most clever way that this has ever been pulled off in the story.
さっきの今じゃないってど どういう意味？
What I love about her is that even with all the confidence she shows, she gets nervous when things like this happen. Maybe because she worries, is he ashamed to be seen with me or whatever?
似合ってるから。
Moments like this, man. How is something so simple done so bloody well? We need scientists or something working on this.
楽しかったんだと思う。
僕って言った。自分のこと。
My understanding of this scene and the reason for the win is because she knows he had fun because he pushed himself to express it. Did you all see that the same way? Hard agree. Such a simple thing, but I'm really happy he held her hand back. And even better, that after leaving the train, they're still holding hands. This tune sounding so good, it reminded me a little of Final Fantasy X, oddly enough.
まだもう少しあるよ。だから今はまだ。
Her stopping him from saying Happy New Year, meaning she very much clearly wants to see him again before then. I'm in physical pain from how cute and adorable and unique she is. Getting to kind of see firsthand with his imagination how he allows himself to begin to have doubts over whether or not she likes him once he's away from her like this.
まあ、しばらくすると、ぶり返すが。
Had to give one more for that. So weird.
地獄であった。
How the hell did that end up coming about, and with him being there no less?
時は4日前に遡る。
Shocking start of episode twist number 2. They did such a good job with the scenery here.
そんなわけで。
Painful art style change.
もしもし。
メ君、部屋着。
もしもし。
Her being so worried about the picture he sent of his injured arm that she video calls him.
いるだろ、異性の友達くらい。お姉だって。いないが。ごめん。
That.
とりあえず今は。
We're watching a texting conversation and I'm utterly gripped.
お姉さん寝た？
廊下に出てきたから、もう平気。
The mere fact alone that she called him again a second time.
さあね。
Another moment that did get another tear out of me, and like I said before, people need to be studying this anime to see what makes it so damn great. I can't believe he got her the exact same keychain as what her dog is. Also the fact that she was coming by to see him, I'm guessing.
はい。蓋開けといた。
どうも。
Her being so thoughtful.
今やろうとしてたろ？
そうかな。
Her turning this into a way by which to hold his hand. It's so sweet.
秋田犬。お土産的な。
Thank God he did this! For an awful moment, I thought he was randomly letting go of her hand and just putting it back into his pocket. But no.
ありがとう。
こちらこそ。
She's so happy and so am I.
山田アンナ。なんだ知ってんじゃん。俺は悲しい。
I hate this friggin' guy so much.
嫌です。
なぜ？
Never been more proud of my boy, to be honest.
送っていってよ、市原くん。夜道怖いし。
How she helps him out of the situation after this beautiful music started when he told him, I don't have a reason, I just don't want to give it to you, meaning her line.
うちら友達なんで。
Perfect damn follow-up win, no less.
好きかな山田を。
That face probably got a bigger laugh out of me than they ever thought it would.
僕からいつかは好きだ。
Whoever was in charge of the music, what a legend.
山田さんじゃない？
She got there 30 minutes earlier again for their day tour. Clearly mentally telling herself to just go for it and doing it in an adorable fashion, no less.
ダブルブッキングした。
Two wins here. Firstly, it's been overused due to how sweet the story is, but here we go again. What an adorable way of interacting with him, that being the bump. And also, how she said that was brilliant.
ちゃんとお願い。叶いますように。
For context, he couldn't do it because of his hurt arm, so she did this. And I'm just sat here smiling and in awe of how the entire story is put together. The animation team have been amazing too.
変わらなくていいの？
Clearly she wants to date him. I've been told, you know, by my sources, that season 2 is even better than this one, and I cannot wait to see more of this story. I really do love this element to her character. It's so different to her elegant looking style, like how she's dressed here.
今からうち来る？
Yamada's coming over to the house again. This is not a drill.
脈しかない！
やめろ。
The moment her sister understood what she had interrupted back there.
開幕早々何しとる？
これは。
I know we're sadly closing in on the end, but one more time I have to say something I wrote back in the first half. I love, love, love how the mangaka and animators did these scenes.
中二。はい。やめろ。
He thought she was looking at the dog on her waist.
こいつ僕の心のスピーカーか。
It's so stupidly good though.
近いんだよ。
So cute, I made it the thumbnail.
あんまり変わらんだろ。
全然違う。
生意気フェイスでしょ。
How she basically says without saying it that she notices things about him, and so she can see that he has changed a lot in the past few years.
ありがとうね。きよちゃんと仲良くなってくれて。
Two wins. One, her being nice enough to get out of their way. And two, this very lovely statement from her. Clearly she worries about her brother, and so knowing she is in his life now means a lot to her.
お姉ちゃんって呼んでいい？
Take Max wins for that, because Yamada is the kind of beautiful person where something like the last win means so much to her as well that she reacts like this.
これおそろだったの？
Small thing, but how she doesn't just assume when she sees him holding it and instead checks where hers is hanging. She's washing up plates in his house. She's too much.
そういえば昨日大丈夫か？臭くないか？よかったからだ。
That is literally something only the lads watching would, like, immediately understand with no thinking time required.
すごっ！知ってる！それってさ、心理学ってやつだよ。
そうかな。
Likely when he's thinking either A, she's going to find him weird for the murder book stuff, or B, she'll have no interest, she acts this way. Another instance of what I meant by win number 267, there's no cheesy way it comes about, no weird slip and fall, it instead feels very natural like this. Just when I get this horrible gut feeling that it's all gone to hell, she's suddenly there taking pictures of him from his book, and whilst I'm not fully relaxed, it did help.
今度は私が 私のアルバム見せるね。
Feeling a lot more relaxed now.
うどん食べに行こっか。
Gotta give it up for the mother here. She knew he'd be upset having failed to get in, and so she takes him out for a nice meal, bless her heart. Showing us how he lost his friends initially, and then how making new ones started to become a real issue for him, leading up to pretty much episode 1. Seeing a car not being done in CGI nowadays is super rare in anime.
びっくりした。
Totes adorbs!
じゃあ第2ボタンにしたか。
そろそろ行かないと。
It's like she really wants people to notice that they have the same one, which makes me think she's very, very close to just outright saying, let's be a couple, or hoping he will. Let's go!
だって市川が自分で学校に来てなかったら、私や他の子とこうして喋ることもなかったでしょ。
Sadly, it was far too long to get away with showing, but you know and likely loved the scene. Him saying he hated coming to school, but now, thanks to her, he doesn't mind, and she says this. The next scene gets one too. Him understanding how he used the attitude he had in episode 1 at the start, and these kind of books as a shield by which to keep people away. Likely to stop himself getting hurt again, like he was when his friends left him behind. But now he wants to be seen. This is some legit god-level writing, really. Think Max wins for it, actually.
よしよし。
Equally as good as the sudden hug for me is how she went out of her way to protect his arm on that side.
言いたかったんだな。
Him returning the hug is definitely its own win.
ありがとう。
Totally got the tears going again, that did. Him being so open and honest, tearing up himself, and the beautiful look at her too. Oh my god, that was great. Felt like a final bit of symbolism there. The books were no longer needed, now he had this.
やった。は？
I hope she'll be in season 2 more often. She makes for a great source of comedy.
嘘。
Felt oddly like a bit of symbolism there. First to call back to the earlier episode where she gave him some rubbish, and then to here giving him snacks, which she rarely does. And a final win for the different EDs showing all of their most important moments together. Now, if you really loved the video and have a few spare bucks each month, I'm gonna need you to join the Patreon linked below and vote season 2 in. I cannot go without this anime in my life, and by the way, never done this before, you can check. I loved it so much, it's insane. So thanks to the patrons who did get the first season voted in, but I need season 2. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully you consider helping to keep the channel afloat by pledging regardless. It really helps a lot. See you next time. Chrono, the Swedish Muggle, Marcellus the Roman, Nexus 47, Admiral Nugget, Moody Blues, Cody Tiffany, Timothy Wilcox, Curtis Daniels Jr., Tomo Sandy, Henrik Jensen, Roll Tide West, David Fredericks, Olive Wharf, Furious Mo, Salt Lover, Joker Rims, Rimuru, Gamer Ludwig, Onks Caliph, Donald Newburn, Robert Jackson, Sukomi Aurorum, Starkip, Kai Wolfspring, Dante's Face, Miran Arjian, Cody Niemeyer, Snowy, Sarcastic Truth, Hitter the Wicked, Will Sass, Thrasher 340, Owen Haloran, Extinct Hero, Alexander Schwartz, Dante Soul, Drake's Daughter, Rudies, Dragon Boy 1, Iso, Cameron, Mode of Rim, Tiger Lily Warrior, Knuckle Duster, Otter Ebodonisi, Christian Tarassa, Matthew Barr, Ruby Rose, Commander Cyrus, Cloud Garden, Luis Minito, Brian Bayot, Mini Masher, Garrett Vermeesh, Ryan DeVeries, Dragon Defender, Natsu Dragneel, A Joker XD, Willyman, Laxor, TRS, Liam Gogati, Kai158, Mr. Firecool, Wacky Normal, Science 44, Lionel Schultz, Kevin Elston, Nozomi, Nick Monaco, Marvin, Satakayari, Devikel, Christopher Willis, Laxus, Michael Lewis, Lazy Joe Beard, CD Mad Gamer, Cecilia, Nick Wyndham, Nuvagown, Guru, Cedric, Kevin 102, Sean, Darth Weirdo, Dragonstorm 35, Cumfroy, Kelnock, Marquez, Q-Flash, Brainless Ben, Oliver Smiley Reacts, Your Edvardson, Kepan, Kyle Jones, Peter Milligan, John, The Element Taylor Wars, Amadillo, Nick Pell, Orkeeper, The Epic Commander, Jason Davies, Likely Winter, Matthew Blancett, Oscar I. Lopez, Juffer6263, Storm 970, Isel Caldera, Kevin Nauta, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Dan, Ali 50, Bird Without a Word, Chris Harris, 9028, Headshot Hunter, Brandon Creer.